Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking about some sad news. I've been holding off this video for a little while and I wanted to give it time so I can heal up from all of this. It was really emotional and I knew it was going to come sooner than later, and I am so fortunate and I really appreciate that I got to know a dog I took care of since I was in 7th grade, and now I am a senior in college. So I knew her for so long, and it was the end of her life, last Labor Day. And it's hard. Like, I knew her whole family, and I got to know her owners really well. I knew them in elementary school, and then they got a dog, and I was really into dogs, and we took care of her every week, and then every time they were out of town. So it was really great to help out and have a dog of my own when they needed help. It was like my dog because I got to hang out with her. I got to have all of her toys, her beds, her food, her treats, her bath stuff at my house, her brush, and it was really meaningful to get to know her throughout 8 years, I think. And she is a Yorkshire Terrier. She is 5 to maybe 8 pounds at the most, and she was having problems, and it started a couple years ago with her breathing, and before that it was her skin, and then it was her allergies to things, and it was just like really sad. This past year we knew things were going to happen, and I knew Lucy, health updates, medications, and reports. So we were really close. We got to know Lucy through our owners that took care of her too, and it was just really hard to know what she was suffering. And as you know, pure breeds have a much trouble time than mixed breeds do. Like, they have more problems. But I still love pure breeds and mixed breeds. It doesn't matter, but it's just, it's really hard when things happen and you know things are going to happen really soon. So I went to her last vet appointment on Friday before Labor Day 2017. I was with her owner and they took care of her that day and then brought her home sooner so we could go to the vet appointment. They live like 2 blocks away, and we just had to cross a busy street. So the vet was very close, and Lucy was able to walk to that, and we didn't have to carry her, and it was a good walk. But anyways, we went to her last vet appointment because it was either giving her pain medicine and letting her suffer, or letting her like have a peaceful death and putting her down. And it was a major decision. We went to a specialist and we talked to them before the last vet appointment, and we took everything in consideration. We did wait a while, or the owners did, and they found out that this was the right time to let her go. I was involved in the whole process. I got to read her doctor notes and appointment schedules and everything. And I got to know the vet personally to Lucy too, and what the owner said about Lucy to the vet and me. So we decided on the date and the time, and the owner and her family invited me and my mom to be a part of it because we were her second family besides her own family. We took care of her. We knew her the best. I knew her a long time, and I knew how to take care of her really well, and I wanted to be a support person to be there, and they decided to do it at her house. So the vet came Labor Day, and that was a Monday, and it was like 3 p.m. So it was just sad. I was glad I was a part of it. It was my mom, it was me, the roommate who was living in the house, the dad and the mom. So it was a group of 5 or 6 of us, including the vet. So we started at 2 p.m. We gave her, like, it was a comfy bed and some treats and a blanket. And the vet was just telling us the steps of what was going to happen. The whole process took 30 minutes. She had to put her to sleep to make sure she was in no pain. So we gave her treats. I got to hold her when she was when she was going to sleep. So when the vet injected her, she actually did it 2 times. So she was deep asleep, and I got to hold her for the last time when she was going down, and I was really grateful for that. I have the picture memory of everything that happened that day, and it really meant a lot that I got to hold her last few breaths, and I got to just like see her in my eyes. I was like doing this, and it was hard. She couldn't breathe. She was having problems breathing, and her, like, it's like a muscle right here, it was gonna collapse. So that's why we decided to put her down, or her owners did. So she was having breathing how it was. So before that, the owners took pictures and videos, so we got to see her run in the hose and do her tricks and show off, and that was great too. But the process was, the mom got to hold her, then I got to. My mom didn't. I was crying the second the doctor or the vet came in. It was sad, but I knew I could handle it. I'm a strong person. And then after everyone got a turn that wanted to hold her, they put her on this little pee pad and blanket and her toy next to her, and then the doctor injected her with the medicine that puts her asleep, which means that the dog won't live again, and it's non-reversible. So they gave an overdose of that, and she was peacefully quiet in like 3 minutes. It was a quick process. And still to this day, I feel sad. It has been 4.5 months, and I feel that there's something missing in my heart. And I know she's up above looking down on me, and it's hard because I'm just so used to her and her routine. I used to have her every week for a few hours, and for it to just go away, it was just not that fun. So it was hard to get used to a new routine, and we knew that she was having problems and this was happening, so we knew in advance this was going to be happening soon, and it happened 4.5 months ago. So the vet said, and like she checked that the medicine was working, and she checked her breathing and her lungs going up and down, and it stopped, and the owner held her for the last final goodbye. She offered me to hold her, but I didn't want to. My last goodbye was seeing her awake when she was being put down by the first medicine, or the first round of medicine. But I just loved her personality, and the way she impacted me was so meaningful. Like, and she was only 5 pounds. Like, how could a small dog impact you as much as she did? There's no way around it. Like, she really made me happy. She knew my name. When her owner said, "Rebecca's coming to get you and play with you," she came running down the stairs and was like begging to go outside looking for me. And every time I got inside their house, either when I opened the door or the owners knew I was coming, she went crazy. I did have lots of pictures of her and videos. I actually did post a YouTube video maybe a year and a half ago, or 2 years. So if you want to check that out, I did post a video about her, and I said, "Meet Lucy, Lulu," and that's her. So it's still hard. I don't know what to say. It was my first time to witness all of this happening. I didn't witness having an animal put down before. So I'm glad that my mom was there to support me and to support the family. I don't know what else to say. I'm just shocked. Like, the first few weeks after that happened, I was thinking about her constantly and constantly. And I didn't understand where she went. And still to this day, it's a question we don't know. We're still alive. We don't know what happens after we die. And there's many beliefs. And I don't know what my belief is yet. I have a feeling, but I don't know. I think there's spirits, and I think she does think of me too. That's what I believe, but I don't know. I miss her. The vet took her away and put her in a little carrier and left, and I think the owners got the ashes. But this is such a sad video, but I wanted to capture this because I was so close to her. We had a tight bond, relationship, love, connection. And I'm just happy that she is in no pain. She is just happy, and she doesn't have to live like this. She was on lots of medicines, a special diet. She needed grooming and shampooing every day. And she needed a doggy inhaler because she couldn't breathe. So there was plenty of things wrong, and her skin issue too. We had to put ointment on her skin. But I'm glad that she's at peace. I supported the owners, and I knew it was a good idea because things were going downhill. And it was slowly, but I'm glad it was not fast. But we did go to the last vet appointment on Friday, and I had her Friday and Saturday day. So I did have my last moments of knowing this was the last time she was able in her house. When she was going to be in her house. Like, it was pretty sad. Like, that whole Saturday day, it was just really heartbreaking, and it was meaningful to spend that last time with her in her house, because she spent hundreds of hours in her house, hundreds, and a couple nights here and there. So that's basically it. So we did have some ice cream and some like cookies afterwards. This happened, so the vet left, and then we talked about Lucy, and then we said our memories and stuff. I was crying. I was like crying the whole process and even afterwards. So it was really hard on everyone. But I know she's in heaven and is looking down on everyone. So I'm just speechless. She was 11 years old. And we were not going to see her again. And a month later, the owners had a celebration party of Lucy. And the owner gave me balloons and everything, because when they were having parties at their house, she had to have a balloon tied on her. because she was so tiny, so the balloon, everywhere she walked, the balloon would follow her, and the owner gave me that balloon of like the white balloon with paw prints and 2 balloons for me and my mom. And that means so much to me. So much to me. And then my mom put a slideshow on too. And I was just crying because one of the songs we did was Lucy with the Skies with Diamonds. And that's a song title. And my last name is Diamond. And just like the whole slideshow and the music together, it made me cry every time. And I'm just emotional because I'm just having mixed feelings of I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm grateful, she's at peace. And just the physical side of things. Not seeing her, it breaks my heart. And even the owner is having trouble with it too. Yeah, so again, she is a Yorkshire Terrier. She was 11 years old. She was the nicest, cutest dog ever. And she was the dog that could be in our house because she was hypoallergenic. Just all these moments I had with her, I'm thinking back on right now. And I don't know what I would have done with if I didn't even meet her. I'm grateful I did. And took care of her for most of her life. So that's pretty much it. I hope some of you guys can relate to me losing a pet or a dog that you dog sit really often every week. I hope you guys can relate to me because it was really a struggle. Well, like even now it's a struggle, but time helps. And I will always have her in my memories and pictures and videos. So I'm just sad. I'm just so sad. So that's what I wanted to make this video about. I wish it was good news, but everything happens for a reason, and this is called life. You were born, you live, and then you pass away. So, thank you so much for watching this video. This is one of the biggest parts of my life. And I'm so grateful that I have her in my life, or I had her in my life, and I just got to experience life with her. Because she changed me as a person and impacted me to have really good things in my life, and I'm just really sad. At least I'm not crying in this video. But I love you, Lucy. You were a great dog. I'm so happy I got to know you and take care of you every week, and when your parents were out of town, you really made me happy. I loved hanging out with you. I loved when you hung out with my bunnies. You got afraid of my rabbit and you backed away every time I wanted you to meet them. And you barked at dogs. You loved balls and you loved chasing the hose. So I have awesome memories of you. I'm thinking of you every day. And I'll see you again soon. But again, you guys are amazing for watching this. It was a really struggle to film this. It took me a few times to know what I'm saying and to, yeah, get it in order. So, bye guys. Have a good day. Until next time.